again. I know you saw the first 2 minutes, and this is what happens when we're still in a constant stage of learning. We're at a certain age, so logging in is different from week to week. I don't know why, but and then my sister, I can see your full. Now you're gonna move your camera back to you, closer to you, because all I see is your from your mouth down.
From my mouth down.
Yeah, and all I can see is my eyeballs. So yeah, I see your full face, and I'm not sure why.
I see your from the top of your chest up.
Really,
Yeah.
on my
I see
own
you.
camera, all I can see is from my neck up.
No. You're actually seeing yeah.
All right,
Um,
guys. Well,
I can see
welcome
almost the
to
end of your locks. Just the locks. Almost.
welcome to NubianQueen Nation. That's all that I can say. I don't know.
And
We're trying something different every week. Go ahead. What are you saying?
and so we are Connecticut White Housewives.
And Housewives of Connecticut. I'm
I'm
Nubia.
Ajua,
I am
and I'm
Nubia.
Ajua. And we are
All right.
Iskabali. That's okay.
I tell you what. All
We gotta
right.
keep
So
rolling.
so I'm actually standing up, but I did have a better view. I don't know what's what. I'm gonna go into the YouTube and see what it looks like on the YouTube channel itself, if it shows me.
Okay.
Um, so anyways, how was your week? How's Pop?
Well, let's just say it's been interesting. So Pop had an appointment on Friday. That went well. And when got the labs, met my daughter-in-law there with my grandsons, the 1 and 3 year olds, and they just happened to have an appointment on this at the same location, different doctors, right? So her appointment was at 1, and Pop's appointment was at 2. So I said, you know what, no problem. I said, we'll come early, and I'll watch the kids for your appointment, and then when you come out, you can receive the kids for me. So she got there a little late. And I said, no worries. I'll go to the because they have a little awning in front of the VA, right? So I said, well, I'll just go in front of the awning, and so when you pull up, I'll just receive your car and the babies and go park your car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I had Pop in the handicap parking and sitting in my car. So got in the car, and then a car had just pulled out catty corner to where Pop was sitting. But they don't have a handicap license plate, or a handicap sticker or anything, for their car. So I kind of parked right next to it where people can pull in if they want to, into that spot because I didn't have the proper documents to actually park there. So so I'm trying to get Puff's attention. Puff's attention. Nothing. No, he's in his own little music world. Listen to music, you know how he is. Music is his jam. So he's in the car jamming. So I said, okay, well, I'll just get out real quick and tell him, hey, I'm right here, until I find a parking spot near you. I'm going to park right here. Yeah, he's fine. So someone comes in, and ultimately, there are people driving by that spot, like, because it's a good, ideal spot, but it's handicap, parking. So people kept passing it. And then someone actually backed in. I said, okay, it's time for me to move. If I'm that close and she's like a little bit older, too, I'm like, let me just move this car out of the way. I don't want to have it displayed over there.
So you're parked there while you're waiting for your daughter-in-law to get there.
So I'm kind of like not in that parking spot because it says handicap, but I'm actually parked parallel to it just because there's like enough space just for my car to fit right there under the tree for some shade where the handicap parking is near. So I ended up having to move, and I actually went and found another handicap parking that didn't say Purple Heart on it, and parked her car in that, and went and got my placard from my car and put it in, because I'm in that car, so I put it in her car. That way I could see Pop and have the kids in her car because I was gonna just pull back up and give her the car and then go get Pop for his appointment. But her appointment was running kind of 11:40. It was like 1:45 because by the time she got there, I want to say it was like maybe 10:15 after. So I said, I hope they still take you. They did. So that was nice. So, but by I'd say 1:50. I said, okay, that's enough. I'm gonna have to get Pop out the car and get the kids in the wagon because I said, appointment. I don't want to be late. But he'd been here the whole time. So we got into his appointment. Everything went well. The kids were like so exceptionally like awesome. Like 1 and 3 year old. I only had to tell the 1 year old to sit down 5 times, but he did it each time. Because he was trying to climb out and play. So they sat in the wagon while Pop was singing, and then we left. And as I'm coming out, I think we still got out of our appointment before my daughter-in-law got out of her appointment. Yeah.
Wow. And you
There
had
she
three.
was.
You had two babies and an elderly person and yourself.
And we still got in and out. So, but she was there because she got allergies like so wicked bad, right? I should say just terribly awful.
Mhm.
So, and she went to the emergency room the day before, even though she had an appointment that day. That's how you know your allergies are not great when you're going through that, and you can't even wait another day. So, but thank God she was seen, and this doctor is definitely knows what she's talking about, and I'm hoping and praying she's going to, you know, get this allergy stuff, in control because she's already had I want to say palate, so whatever it is in your nose, they take something out to remove, so you can actually breathe, and
Mhm.
they've already grown back, and all that good stuff. So, but anyway, she's on the mend, thank God, and everything worked out well. It was amazing how, and then it was funny because I didn't even get a chance to bring the kids to the car because we were still in the place, and so was she. She said, "Oh, I had to go to the lab." I'm like, "We have to go to the lab," so we ended up meeting in the lab. Yeah.
So
So,
wait, so we had a Nicola that came in, she said hi and she said goodbye. And then we
oh,
have a Roman Romansky that came
uh-huh.
in. So people are popping in and popping out. So we're two sisters, blood sisters,
Mhm.
and we
Yes.
are also veterans. So we're just talking about, and my father is a veteran also. And so that's what we're talking about. We just talk about all things that have to do with being a veteran, having to do with being housewives,
Mhm.
grandmothers, children, homeschooling, public school. I mean, we just talk about whatever we want to talk about, basically.
Gardens, sister locks, lack of garden,
Gardens, sister locks, exactly. So, you know,
current events.
exactly, current events
Mhm.
too. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know how to show that on here because if I was on the restream, I could do that and pop it in there, but I don't know how to do that. But did you guys end
Well,
up watching a little bit of I mean, so we're not normally, what do you call it? Uh Super Bowl fans or Super Bowl watchers, but did you watch it this weekend?
I not really, but I actually popped in and popped out, because it was the Patriots playing. If it's Dallas and Patriots, I'll watch those games. But it didn't seem like a whole bunch was going on. It's a new quarterback. He's very very good. It's just that he's very very new, and that was his first Super Bowl.
Well, they said that there was 32 new players on the New England team. So
Yeah,
so so the fact that again, I live in New England, we're from New England, and so I
yeah,
did watch it for that reason. That's what
hmm
pulled me in. But then the
yeah,
fact that they were talking about um what was it, the Seattle Seahawks or something like that?
yeah.
Seattle Seahawks. See, because again, I'm not normally a person who watches, but because they were playing them, and then everybody keeps talking about this Bad Bunny. I'm like, I don't understand. What are you talking about? I really didn't understand. And my daughter said that he's been around for a very, very long time. And of course, he's like
Yeah,
one of the number one entertainers right now, and he's from Puerto
yeah.
Rico. And
hmm
the fact that a lot of people don't understand, all I can see right now is your eyes. I mean,
What?
like I don't see your eyebrows. You got to move it back to where it was.
Oh my! This thing is acting
Um,
kind of hinky today, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what's up. Yeah, that's so the fact that he's like the number one entertainer right now in, I'll say all the United States, but because he sings Spanish, I'm sure at the end, did you watch any of the halftime though?
I did see him walking through a field, like a cane field, and I try to think. I saw him doing something else, maybe, or I heard about some kind of marriage, something or other, and I saw Ricky
Oh,
Martin on it too.
there was a saying a what?
Ricky Martin,
Yes. So
yeah,
yeah, there was a wedding scene in there, and I didn't understand anything that was going on. I thought that maybe they would have put it in English, but it was
oh no,
all in
girl,
Spanish.
right,
Right? So then there was somebody on TikTok, I think I sent it to you. And they were walking it through and they were telling you that they started off because just like I thought, well, how could anybody outdo what Kendrick Lamar did last year? And he started off in the sugar cane because sugar cane has to symbolize the slavery.
right.
And so he just progressed from there. And the fact that I guess their lights are on again, off again, but their lights are privatized. So that's why he was on the telephone pole. And so basically, you know what? Give us
Totally,
freedom. I mean,
everything about it was symbolic, right?
yeah,
And
absolutely.
so that was totally amazing. And the fact that I got a little bit of history because I did not realize that Puerto Rico had
Their own flag.
like a light blue flag prior to the dark blue flag. Us, prior to them being colonized, right?
Right. They made them take it. They made them take that one down so that they could
Yeah,
have the blue match the blue from the United States
United
of
States.
America
Yeah,
flag.
yeah. I'm gonna put this. Hang on, keep talking. I'm gonna go around and see if I can. Oh, I want to open up my laptop because if you can't open it, I can open up my laptop and show
Oh,
it.
okay. So the other thing that was symbolic was they showed him like from the sugarcane field moving
Yes.
into like New York, Nueve York, and they showed a lady passing him a drink, and she was actually like an icon in that district where they all a lot of it was known for a lot of Puerto Rican people to live down there, and
Yeah.
they keep trying to outprice her, but she's still there, and so that's why he had her
Gentrification.
there.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Gentrification. They're
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
gentrify the area and they're trying to oust. They've ousted pretty much all the New Yorkers out. You
Yeah, and
know.
that's happening. That's happening to all ethnicities all around the United States. I mean,
Mhm.
and I'm
Yeah.
not saying that I agree with it because that's just you remove a lot of history when you do stuff like that, and then you're
Well, you
displacing
remove
people.
a lot of the indigenous people who were actually there prior to you trying to to beautify and gentrify the areas.
Yeah.
Let the people that are there stay there. Fix it. Let them stay. No, not so much.
Well, because
So
you know what, the United States was mainly run on profit. It wasn't really made developed so that we could have justice, equality, and peace amongst all people. No, that it's all about profit and all about that dollar bill.
yeah,
So
but
I don't. The lady that I watched her commentary, I'm sure there'll be a lot more people who will do it because there was so many people breaking down the Kendrick Lamar thing. But when she did explain some things, I'm like, okay, that makes sense, and I knew that there had to be a significance to what he was doing. And then
her name is Miss something. If I can find it, it's Miss
which are,
Angelina. The one on TikTok that I found was Miss Angelina. MISS. I
or
wanted
the
to
one
shoot
that
underscore.
I sent you. I sent you one.
This is a different one. This is
Okay.
also it's the same lady. Um,
So that thing that I also thought was cool, I thought that when he gave that the award, I thought he gave it to like one of his children or son. I don't know anything about his family dynamics because I'd never Googled him. I didn't know about him until the Academy Awards, the Grammys. But no,
mhm.
that was a little boy who had been detained by ICE with his father, I think, and he passed him his award trophy thing. Did you know that?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So that was cool.
the
So
young man. Are you talking about the one for the homecoming guy?
no, the little boy. He took his award, his Grammy,
Huh?
his award, and
Yeah.
he passed it to the little boy, and they
Oh,
let him hold it. Yeah, yeah. So that was really cute. So
yeah.
a lot of symbolism in there, but like I said, uh, if it had just been in English, then I could have understood it better then. But now that it's after the math and people are talking about it, it
Hmm.
makes more sense. And then the fact that they had Ricky Martin, oh my goodness,
What?
he has not aged a bit. I remember when Ricky Martin, right?
Yeah.
I remember
He was.
when he won.
I
When
remember
he
he was on Menudo. Remember the group?
No, not like that. I remember
Oh, I
because what
remember.
I remember is when he did this New Year's Eve celebration or whatever show he was on back in the day, and
Yeah.
he sang that "Living La Vida Loca."
Yeah.
I played that song.
Mm, mm,
I
mm,
mean,
mm,
it
mm,
must have been
mm,
like
mm.
20 times in a row because
Yeah.
the way that they did it, and then the it was confetti everywhere, and it was just so much excitement. And he as a young man looks just like our neighbor. Our neighbor
I
looks just like him right now.
adorable, just like that. I know.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, you were looking for something to play, or what were you gonna
Yep. Sure am.
do? Okay. So I feel like I'm looking because my camera's up there. I'm looking up at the camera. I don't know what this is gonna look like after we finish, but here we
It's a
go.
pretty good angle for you, though. It's a pretty good angle for you.
Thank you, because I was looking for that angle.
Okay, here
I
it
came
is.
ready. This was my outfit from this morning when I did my Bible study live.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, girl, I think I found it. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna try to make it bigger and turn it up a little louder. So starting off with the sugar cake.
Yeah, that's the one that I sent you. Okay.
the sugarcane fields of Puerto Rico, just diving right into the historical context of colonialism in the Caribbean, the history of slavery in the Caribbean, the exploitation of our land and our natural resources for the economic gain of the empire. Now we're in New York City, Nueva York. And then Benito just waltzes up to go take a shot with who? Doñita. Who's Doñita? This is a real Puerto Rican woman who lives in Brooklyn and owns something called the Caribbean Social Club, which is one of the last standing Puerto Rican establishments in Williamsburg, which has been a hugely gentrified neighborhood of New York City, which was always traditionally Puerto Rican. She herself has almost been kicked out many times, but refuses to sell. She's an icon of fighting gentrification in Nueva York. Part of the show that hit us Boricuas the hardest.
We can't really hear it now.
Ricky Martin from Puerto Rico just sang a Bad Bunny song saying, I don't want to happen to us what happened to Hawaii. A blatant call for independence and sovereignty and decolonization of Puerto Rico. Then we go straight into this. Actually simulated the problems with our power grid in Puerto Rico, which is a direct consequence of us being a colony, and the privatization of our power grid by the USA. Then Bad Bunny emerges from the fields carrying the Puerto Rican flag, but not just any Puerto Rican flag. This is the light blue Puerto Rican flag, which is the original colors. And this is the flag that they banned. And then we were only allowed to get our flag back when they changed it from light blue to that navy royal blue to match the blue in the American flag. But by waving this flag, this is our original flag, again referencing our own sovereignty.
Okay, we don't want to get flagged. I think sometimes if you play a person's whole video, they can flag you. But yeah, that was really good. I'm glad that you did that because I had no clue as to what was going on.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that was good. That was good. And that to me was the Puerto Rican version of Kendrick Lamar. I mean, you're not trying to compare them because it's like, apples and oranges, whatever, but they both put on a really, really good show with historical facts. It wasn't just about entertainment. It was history.
right.
So anyhow and anywho.
Mhm.
So anywho, so then going back to that was a really good subject, very good topic. So anyway, because we skipped from everything worked out fine with both appointments, and you guys got the boys back to her, and then Daddy back to you, and did you guys all go together and have lunch somewhere?
We were going to, but my little grandson was a little hangry, so she kind of had to leave like right now because he needed to eat now.
Oh, I have to, take a picture of them when you're together like that, because I don't know. By the time I see them, they could be easily 10 years old or something.
Seriously, I send one from time to time. Don't go there.
Well, I'm just saying, you guys, take a little picture with Grandpa yesterday.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we had our the second baby shower for my daughter, because the other side of the family wanted to. Well, because everybody's older, everybody's pretty much over the age of 55, and so for them to all try and drive to New Jersey for the one we just had, it would have been a bit much. So they did a nice little cozy one, and there was less than 18 people or whatever there, and it was intimate. It was nice. It was nice.
Where was that? Were they at their home this time, or where they do? Because the last time they had a venue.
It was at their my husband's brother's house.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So it was a nice little showing, and it was nice. Yes. Dinner, anything Jamaican to me is like, come on home. You know what I mean? So sister-in-law did all the cooking. I'm not naming people's names on purpose because I don't know if they want their names out there. So But yeah, so that was really good. And then she said, it was nice. We weren't going to stay over the night because we never stayed at their house before.
Mhm.
But she said, well, it's nasty out there, the weather wise, and it was up to my daughter as to whether or not she was going to stay because her husband had weekend duty that weekend in Connecticut. Well, you know what I mean. So,
Mhm.
so my son-in-law and my son drove back to our house, and Elizabeth stayed. So the next morning, my sister-in-law fixed us all breakfast. So it was really nice, nice slow morning.
Nice.
Yeah, very
Okay,
nice.
that's nice to
So
hear.
yeah, and then they
Should
stayed
have,
over there. And then when we all got back to my house, they
I should have had you give everybody my love. Say
yeah.
hello.
Yes, and majority of the time I do. I mean, every time I think the last time I saw them, I do, but this time I don't. First of all, I was a bit frantic because I was in charge of the baby games, and it's like when you have everybody's over 55,
Yeah.
basically, if there was a couple people that weren't, you don't want
Uh-huh.
to do musical. You don't want to do musical chairs, which is what they
No.
did at the other one, and you don't want to
This is
do
so fun.
feed
Yeah.
the baby and have the food flinging all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Or take the Snickers bar and put it in the pamper. So we just measured her belly. Everybody got to guess, and actually that was a hoot. Everybody's trying to get their string,
Yeah.
guessing, how round she was, and
Yeah.
then having people put their little card in to try and guess, how long the baby. Same thing, same cards that she used in New Jersey to measure out how long the baby or the estimated due date.
Mhm.
So we use that, and then just leave a note for the baby, like write a little note for the baby. So, and that was enough. But I was so, yeah, I'm an overthinker. I'm an overthinker. And
Yeah.
so I was all in my head, but it turned out fine because it was all family. And I was working way over time in my head that I needed to,
Hmm.
but anyway.
Yeah. So I told you that I had a new planner. I finally got the new planner for 2026, but I never showed
Yeah.
you. So I know you're always talking about me always having flowers. Like I figured I'd go ahead and show this. So finally,
I
I
am,
said,
I'm absolutely sure that you have a dress somewhere that matches that pattern. I know you do.
pretty close. It's red and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what I liked about it was it's a 15-month planner.
Yeah. I like that. Most of
Yeah.
the months are now calendars are now 15-month planners.
And this is my minus my stuff on the bottom here. This is my calendar for February.
Okay. Pull down some. Pull down some.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And
So
the
full
only
schedule and speaking of calendar and appointments, your pop still has more appointments to go. uh yeah. So he's got another appointment coming up on the 18th, and that's another appointment I want to talk to you and my siblings about offline. So we need to see if we can set up a Zoom call, and we gotta start doing that at least once a week would be ideal. But if we could just do it once a month, just us all getting together and having a conversation about
oh, yeah.
everything.
Absolutely. That makes sense. Yeah. At least once a month to start off with. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Well,
So
you just put it out there because I think the majority of the time, as long as we know when I say baby sis, as long as we know her schedule, is getting
yeah.
our brother to that Zoom, basically. But I
Hmm.
went to something yesterday for female veterans,
Okay.
and there are some questions that we actually need to know about daddy and about mommy. You know what I mean? As far as where do they keep the policies? What policies do they have? Because the one lady, we're at the age where I won't use us. I'll use the friend from yesterday. She went to go visit her to take her mother-in-law to an appointment, and
Hmm.
she was 88 years old, and the lady and her husband were divorced. He lives somewhere upstate New York, and she was in Connecticut. But when she got to the house, she knew that her mother-in-law knew she was coming. And then she's knocking on the door, no answer. She had to find the key, call her husband, find the key, get in the house. And
Hmm.
then she found the mother had passed away, but she fell in the
Oh
bathtub.
no!
And she was probably just trying to wash out the bathtub. And then she probably was panicky. And then she probably turned out to be maybe a stroke. You know what I mean? Because she was just panicking. She couldn't get herself out.
Right.
Um, but then now she's going through scoping through things. They don't know what policies she had, what policies she didn't have.
Hmm.
And so things start if we don't we as a people, I don't care what ethnicity you are, majority of the time people don't like to talk about death and
Yeah.
policies. But then at the end, it could take a year or two to try and figure stuff out because we don't know where everything is. We didn't ask the right questions, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that I have a book that's coming in, but I know that you have, and both of us have been thinking and looking into more. We need to think about putting stuff in trust, and I know we had this conversation before. So this is probably a good time to start. You know, we should have already been had, but we don't want to make ourselves feel guilty. But those are some conversations that you get older, as we get older, and our parents get older, that we need to have those conversations openly, and it's okay. It's not like, you know, like we're rushing anybody into the grave because we don't know, you know, the financial advisor that my husband and I talked about, she says, well, you won't need this thing, this such and such thing. If you guys can tell me exactly when you're going to pass away, give me the exact date. It was the way that she said it that it tickled us and it made us laugh. So she knows, because she's a very serious subject, but the way that she said it, of course, she made us laugh, you know. So hey, Scotty, how are you? Hey. So, and then yesterday's meeting was all about that too, as far as decreasing your stress. And the lady had us put our finger somewhere around here. And there's just certain point, a pressure point in here that when you put your finger there, it just kind of makes you kind of relax.
Really?
Yeah. I told her I should have put a tattoo there. So, but it was that, and then there was a spot somewhere around your sternum. It said go from the bottom of your ribs, and then you find there's a point right in the middle of your sternum that when you hold it down and you press on it, it also releases stress and tension. So that was pretty good yesterday. It was a really good. I seriously felt at that point that I am. It was a reminder that I am past the age of, you know, I don't want to say senior citizen, because we were sitting in the senior center drinking coffee and playing Uno. Have you done that yet? Like sat around with some other seniors? I know you haven't yet. So that's
I actually had a friend from church that she and I would play games together, and she's your age, you know, older, you know.
oh my gosh! All right, the window is like a 3-year window, please. It's not like a 10-year window or something, or even 5. It's 3-year
She
window.
also is an elderly woman, so she likes to play games as well. So she and I would play together from time to time. But it's been a good long minute since we played.
Yeah. And so everybody in this group, they were all veterans, and we were in one room. And here I am. I wanted to cancel because I am I'm a snow bunny or whatever. I don't know what, that's not a good term. I just like to hibernate in the winter. So
snow bunnies are the people that move from the north down to the south.
Right, but there's also another guy who uses it for a different term. So I'm like, let me change that term.
Okay.
So I just like to hibernate in the wintertime, and I remembered that I distinctly RSVP'd for this thing for yesterday. And I was like, because my daughter and her husband decided to stay, and I was really happy that they stayed an extra night. And then it was cold, the snow was still on the ground, and it was early in the morning, or, you know, me leaving the house at 9 o'clock, that's early for me. So I said, and then my daughter and her husband decided to leave early. So I said, I really don't have a reason to not go. And I gave my word. You know what I mean? So we try and be people of our word.
That's
So
right.
it was an hour away. That's the thing. Whenever they have functions, it's like I have to. But most of us did travel a good ways. And by the time I got there, though,
you know what? An hour is nothing. So
well, when you don't want to leave the house, 5 minutes is a long way. If you don't want to leave the house, you know. So revved myself up, and I got myself in the car before I could change my mind, you know, because I had no reason to really not do it. And my husband had to put gas in my car too, so I really had no excuses. But then I'm talking myself into it. I'm like, okay, when I get there, if they had donuts and stuff everywhere, I'm not going to eat that junk. I'm just not going to do it, right? And plus, I like to intermittent fast, so I usually don't eat something until after 11 or 12. Girl, I got there.
How many donuts did you have? 1 or 2?
Girl, thank God they had no donuts. No donut.
Oh, no donut.
But she had a whole crock pot of French toast that it's all bundled up together. It's like, they call it like, I hate the term, but they call it like monkey bread. That's what it reminded me of, even though I don't think I've ever had it before. But it was just all clumped together. It was French toast. It was like little blocks of it. And then it was nice and brown and crunchy. All it needed was a little bit more cinnamon and nutmeg. And then you drizzle the syrup over it. And then I had some tea, so that was good. I drank mine down with some tea. And then somebody else brought in some coconut almond cookies, little droplets of coconut. So it
Oh,
was,
yeah.
and then we just sat there and played Uno. I had never, because I don't know how to play Uno when you guys play Uno. And I'm like, if my sister, my family, and my kids see me playing Uno right now, I'm gonna get.
Oh no, but first of all, I'd be like, how rude! How dare you play with those guys and not play with us?
I know that was my
How
first thought. I'm like, don't anybody take any pictures. I don't want any evidence.
dare.
But we
We
had a
always
good
tell
time.
ourselves anyhow.
I know, but it was fun though. I mean, I was glad that I got out of the house and I got some fresh air. I didn't get in as many steps as I should have because I've been working on it. But well, in my head, I've been working on it. But anyway, it was fun. And then from there, we went to the seminar, which you talked about the stress, holding your lip somewhere and all that, and then just getting ourselves in order and not allowing ourselves to be stressed out. Like, don't watch the evening news and she had all these different. And I don't watch the evening news or news like that anyway. Because if there's something I need to know, I'm going to hear about it no matter what. Because whether it's through, popping in and out of some other internet room or whatever, you're going to know what's going on. But anyway, it was good. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So
Hmm.
what else did you want to bring up for today?
So I got a couple of new things, and one of them I'm kind of excited about.
All right, sure. Because we only have like 15 minutes before we always think that we don't like what are we gonna how are we gonna fill up this hour? And the next thing you know,
It's
I mean, of
full.
course, yeah, of course, the first 5 minutes is always like moving forward. We're gonna get rid of all our confusion, but
Right.
we're getting better. So while
Cool.
you're getting your two things, where are your two things in front of you?
Okay. Yes. So the first one is Power to the People. It's 365 facts. It's a wall calendar for 2026. Urban Intelligence. Can you see it?
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, put it closer to you. Bring it back some. Back. There you go. All right. Now slide it down so we can see the whole picture. Okay. Oh, I know that company. I got some they had flashcards with history flashcards one time.
Oh, I'd love to get those. So, it makes you want to take those flashcards and see if you can actually like get plugged in somewhere during Black History Month, which is
Mhm.
actually, 12 months out of the year. But anyway, but I'd love to be able to go somewhere and just talk about some of the things that we've done, the inventions, some of the other important things that have been done in this nation,
Mhm.
because we had some huge contributions to the United States of America. And unfortunately, they're not known, you know. They're
Mhm.
known to some of us, but I think that everyone should know because we're all Americans, right?
Right.
Um, but yeah, so January was referring to Queen Nanny of the Maroons, and then it gives the information from 1686 to 17, looks like 55.
You're talking, but I can't. I can't hear you.
How you can't hear me?
When you
Can
had
you
it
hear
up,
me now?
I can hear you now. When you had it up, were you contemplating or were you saying something?
No, I was
Oh,
actually talking. But yeah, so
okay.
pretty much, it was saying that from 1686 to 1755 was pretty much her life reign from what it looks like.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, oh yeah, so and I'd like to maybe just each month just tell you a little bit about what's going on. So we don't have to do it this time, so we can get through everything we have. But Queen Nanny is of Maroons. I don't know if it's Nanny or Nani, but NANNY of the Maroons was the
Okay.
topic for January. And it
And
says that 1740, the peace treaty granted her people formal independence and 500 acres of land known today as Moortown or New Nannytown.
nice. So
And
what we
that's
could do?
just I'm sorry, you first.
No, I was gonna say there's a lot. You should get active go on your TikTok and read one a day.
You know what? I probably could do that. See, there's only like 12, like easy. Oh my gosh. But you know what? Wow. What I didn't realize, because like I said, I didn't want to open it until so I was talking to you today. There is something for every day of the month
Yeah.
from 1804 all the way down to 1959 for January.
So So you could read one. You could read one a day. You could do one of your little peaceful scriptures that you do, but then you could
Uh-huh.
also do that. You'd have two. You'd have two things on TikTok per day. And
You know
then
what?
if you do that, then I could bring
Mhm.
it next time we need to go back to restream. But go
Yeah.
back to restream, and then I could pull it up, and we can watch whatever one Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. So you said that you got Restream all squared away, right? You had
Oh yeah.
some kind of
Oh
system
yeah.
on.
That same day. That same day. That same day.
All right. So let's do that. I love that whole consistency. Like we were doing that, and it just made it so much easier. Oop, there's a link, no problem.
Yeah, and plus
Um,
it was easier. And then if I want to show another, like the clip you showed, I could just bring
mhm.
it on over and show it that way. So
Well, we should be able
yeah,
to do that also here on the YouTube, but we just don't know how to do that yet, right?
I'm not sure about live. Probably if you edit it in, like if you record it ahead of time and then edit it in, you probably could.
I see. I see.
But I'll watch. I mean, I got to go to YouTube University before before our next session.
Well, we have to get together so that way you can teach me some of these things that you've learned, and if you teach it to me, I'm sure you can teach. You already taught classes or about it, but I'm going to need one of them classes for my sister, pro bono.
I know, and I'm kind of I have it coming up again too. So
Mhm.
I need to call and see if I'm excited about it, and I have been excited about it since last year because they formulate all that before summer to prepare for spring. No,
Mhm.
what do we? Soon to be spring, and
Mhm.
but now my daughter's getting ready to have her baby, and I'm like, how am I going to do that for March? You know what I mean? Like because I committed myself for March, so
Mhm.
I might have to go and stay with her, and then maybe come back to Connecticut on Saturdays, take the train in, do my class, spend some time with my husband, and then get back on the train. That'd be kind of
Yeah,
fun.
that would be kind of fun. An
Yeah. So
adventure.
it's just, so say again.
It's an adventure.
Yes. Right. So, but
Mhm.
anyways, I like that calendar. So you have something to do because I'm always trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out like what to post on a daily basis. That's the thing.
Mhm.
And you got the whole calendar, so you really don't even have an excuse. I don't even. I wish I came up with the calendar idea first because that's really good. That's really good.
And then the
But
last thing is a water flosser, which I have not opened up yet either.
when we were in Tampa for December, the last quarter,
Yeah.
while in the BX or one of those stores, girl, we bought a flosser, and mine I still haven't used mine. So I've had it since like December 18th, December 20th, and I have not used it yet. And my
And
God
then what I
bless
like
my
about it is it actually gives you like four like little flosser thingamabobbers. So you can actually get one
yeah,
for each
color
one of your
coded.
family, depending on how
Yeah.
many you have. Oh
So
no, take
when
it back.
so when we
Three, because it's got this other thing. I don't know what that is.
so when my kids were in the house, we did have a flosser water pick at that time, and so each color was for each child.
Yeah.
So we had it for a little bit. So mine only came with two this time. This one was different, but I need to. I mean, there's only my husband and I in the house. So,
Yeah.
but
This one actually has three. And then whatever this looks like maybe it's for your tongue. Is there like a tongue depressor thing on the bottom, like your tongue? Yeah.
oh, that was like four. Okay,
There's
all right.
four
So
in here: the blue one, a green one, and a pink one. But
I
this,
gotcha.
they also have this. And if I had to guess, I would say, I don't know, I'm going to use my tongue.
Mhm.
And then,
Cool,
and then
cool, cool.
the pick has little bands for you when you put it on the thingamabob. So
Uh
that's
huh.
one. And then it comes with everything in now is USB. So it's a USB. Pretty soon we'll see USB-C because everything's going to be changing over to that. But right now, and then this is actually the water pick. So you can see the amount of water that's going in there because it's clear.
All right,
And
right.
then it's got the gadgets, the buttons on the backside. So it kind of
Hmm.
reminds me of one of those things you spray your hair with.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I was wondering, I'm like, why is it not showing closer to the hour? Because right now we have about a little less than 15 minutes, but I forgot that we had 5 or 10 minutes of debauchery.
Confusion. Uh-huh.
But what I,
So,
but what I,
yeah.
go ahead.
So it's got an on and off button. It's got the mode, and then it's the mode is the low, medium, and high. So I'm getting ready to use this. Let's get ready to use it.
Let's get ready to rumble. Do you know that halfway through that football game, I was like, "Go Patriots, go Patriots!" And then somebody was saying, I guess I'm not sure. I won't say that there was any scandal with the Patriots, but I don't know anything what was going on. But for some reason, out of the 4 of us that were in the room, they were like, we're not going for the Patriots as we're sitting in New England. And then I said, well, when's the last time the other team won a Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl.
game or even went to the Super Bowl? And
Yeah.
nobody was Googling, right? I'm like, 'cause I figure when I ask a question, why should somebody say they don't know? Just say, give me a minute, because you have a computer in your back pocket. You got the whole world in your hand, basically, you know. So I looked around, nobody was Googling. So I Googled it. It had been 11 years since that team won or had even been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So because of whatever was going on, I'm like, you know what? I'm jumping ship. If it's been 11 years, they were playing hard. Like I said,
Yeah, that was
I
that.
don't
They're talking the Brady years with the old coach. This is a new coach and a new quarterback. So I mean,
no, not even a new quarterback. They had 32 new players on New
you
England
know,
team.
that part
So
too.
So I'm saying the Seahawks deserve to win. They were killing it. They weren't fumbling as much. I mean, so and they all look like babies on the New England side. They all look like babies, but the other
They
team
all
worked
look like
hard.
babies. We're in the
The
fifties and
New England,
sixties.
the New England side. I mean, the Seahawks were working really hard at it, and I'm like, I'm not really a sports person, but all right, we're going for the other team. So
Uh,
anyway, and then I
well,
stopped it. I stopped it right after the entertainment, and I went upstairs and I read my Bible because I hadn't done my live for the day. 'Cause I read
oh,
so if anybody's you're out there, I read scripture daily on TikTok, reading through the Bible. So right now we're in Exodus, so come on and join us. It's never too late. And
right.
yeah, that's the goal, to read through the Bible as a community. So that's what I did. I just stopped where I was, went up to the attic and started, which is my little office.
I
But
love that. And doing that, but you also read out of another book. Praying for your husbands, right? Your
right,
spouses, praying
praying
for
for
your
our
husband.
spouses.
Yeah,
But on that day, and I do that every day, Monday through Friday, and usually every day, but because it was getting late by the time I went up there, on
yeah.
that time, I just got it in, but I didn't read praying for our spouses on that day. But yes, come and join me. And if you are watching right now, they're all stored up in the um, on the TikTok, uh, either under video or under live. Daughter of the
Mhm.
Most High came in.
Hey, daughter.
Daughter- Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. She said, "Hello, ladies, welcome. I hope all is well." Yes, all is well. Thank you. I wish I didn't put the time beside when people came in, because then I would know how long that comment was sitting there. But
Right.
anywho. So
Mm-hmm.
God is good, and what else? So this is girl. We are book people. We need to have a room in each house or wherever we live with a library. So this is a cute little book that I got. Not sure if you
Something
can see.
season.
Can you see it? I'll go up and down on
Something.
gardening.
Oh, is
Cool
it?
season, cool season gardening.
Hold up
So,
again.
huh?
Hold it up again.
So, so it gives
Oh,
you ideas.
yes. Uh-huh.
It gives you ideas on what to start planting. Which I mean, I'm still in the midst of snow, so I guess I have plenty of time. And gives you ideas on getting started with your winter garden. And
Mhm.
then a lady that I follow on TikTok in the mornings, she's reading. I love the movie Chosen, and so this is what I have for that. It
Yes.
was discover what it means to be chosen, when Jesus chose you. So
Hmm.
it's pretty much from the season one, and there's a season one, season two, and season three book. So
Hmm.
far, I just got the season one book, and then I have a New Believers Bible, which the lady was talking about it. Now I'm looking at it, and the print is just too small.
And
The print,
Sorry.
the print is very, very small.
Oh
So I
boy.
got
Here
that
you
book. And the last 2 days I've gone up to do my live, and I haven't had
go.
glasses. Now you and I probably have enough glasses for every single room in our house. So
Mhm.
how that happened, I had to do my Bible study Sunday and Monday without my glasses. But today I'm like, okay, glasses in hand, here we go. Got this.
Yeah.
She said she's been in the room for about 5 minutes. Well, thank you, daughter of the Most
Oh.
High. Appreciate it.
Oh,
And
hello, hello.
yes, and she sent me a really nice scripture this morning too. Totally appreciate that. Oh, I would read it to you, but I'm on the phone and on the laptop.
Mhm.
And the last
So
thing that I need,
how
I
about
need to
how about I'm
again.
typing on my I'm trying to type out a hello in the comments right there, and I'm typing. I forgot I turned it off, so I'm like typing nothing. Come on, 50 brain, 50 plus brain.
you know. And then the
Uh-huh.
last thing I have, I've had this thing since last summer. Um, Fit journal. It's a really cute thing that came with I bought an outfit from this lady. Pilates. She does Pilates or in our
Oh,
yoga pants she sells. And
uh-huh.
so it comes with a journal on journaling your whole journey. And you know me, I rather have the pretty thing than the writing the pretty thing. I know I gotta
Okay.
get it.
You still
Yeah,
do that? Come
I still
on.
do that. Still do that. And it came with a pretty pen and a measuring tape.
Oh,
Yeah. So and a nicely presented box.
nice.
Anyway, so that's all that I have for today. And I see that
Hmm.
it actually is 5 minutes to 2.
Wow.
So I think I'm gonna let you go. Boom, 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 boom.
Looks like another love, or looks like another.
TKO.
Yeah.
And I think I've been talking about this lotion since I came back from Tampa, but
Mhm.
it has a store kind of like Home Goods, kind of like a Target, Marshalls, and I asked them if they were the sister store to Marshalls, whatever, and they say yes. But this is called the Glow Getter Multi Oil Body Butter. Man, this is my favorite.
Take a
This,
picture and send it to me via text.
and Elizabeth liked this so much that she uh, took a picture of it, and one of her friends asked her, and she sent a picture. So I
Wow.
definitely will. I think I might have already done it, but I'll send it again to you. But these are one of my favorite
Oh,
things.
you should actually write the company, or at least get a hold of the company via email, let them know that you're going to start talking about their product. You
Girl,
know?
and it smells so delicious.
Mm,
I mean,
yeah.
look at that,
Look,
nice and creamy,
looks like
creamy, creamy.
I was going to say smooth, buttery kind of
Yes.
fluffy. Oof.
Even
But
even my
that's pretty
husband.
good.
I have my husband using it. I even have my son-in-law using this. But you're right. We should start doing that when we're talking about certain products or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I just talked about your product, you know. But
Mhm.
anyway, yes. Okay. So and this is the cutest thing too. I don't know where I got this from. Maybe when I was in Tampa, but it has my S on. Well, you know what the S stands for.
Yeah.
Sister power.
Super mom.
Sister, super.
This is the.
Yeah. So I love it.
Mhm.
And then it came with its own pen too, but not the same one that's in there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, girl. Okay. Last thing too.
Yeah.
I have been trying to work on this mixture of sourdough bread for what last week. I think we talked about it then. So I bought the
Yeah.
kit. I've been excited. I threw out the first batch, and somebody said, you still could have used that, even though it wasn't looking right. You still could have used it. I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. So now I know. So it still is not doing what I'm not sure exactly what I expected to do,
Mhm.
but I need to. So anyway, that is still sitting and brewing. And of course, I was gone 2 days, and I didn't get a chance to add more flour and water to it. But today, after being sitting for 3 days, it's been sitting for 7 days now or more, 10 days, 14 days. I added more flour, stirred it up because it looks like pancake batter and it's starting to bubble. But people, when I watch their videos on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, it made it seem like it's gonna grow and it's gonna spill over, and I haven't seen that. So, but it is cold in Connecticut, so I don't know, and kind of
Mhm.
drafty. But so anyway, I skipped that, and I went and I said, let me just do a quick version of a sourdough bread, and you can do a quick version. I probably need to tape it by taking 4 cups of flour and 2 cups of kefir or kefir. People
Oh,
because it has
uh-huh.
the bacteria and stuff like
Fermented
that already in it, and it's
probiotic. Yeah.
probiotics. And so I did that today, and then I thought, oh, heat up the stove, let's get this thing going. She said, yeah, put it in the refrigerator for 4 hours. I was like, so I could have almost had it done for right now, but it says either put it in overnight and take it out the next morning, do it, or
Mhm.
let it sit in the refrigerator for 4 to 6 hours. So I think I might do that,
Right.
and maybe when it comes out, I'm gonna be so excited. I'm gonna have to take a picture and be ready for next week.
Okay. And I'm going to commit to sourdough bread done in the bread maker or in the oven, either or.
All
But
right,
not with all that waiting.
by
Not
next
not
Tuesday.
yes, that's the goal.
Okay,
Let's
all
go.
right, good. Because sourdough bread is supposed to be better for you anyway. It's kind of like eating when you eat the pickles, the kimchi, the sauerkraut, all those things that are good for your gut. So that's why I
Mhm,
chose the
mhm.
sourdough anyway. But
Yeah.
all righty then. Okay, guys. So we are so thankful that you come in and you pop in and join us here. We appreciate you. God bless you. May what they say, may heaven smile upon you, all the things, right?
Yes. Hmm.
So Until next time, if you guys have some topics that you'd like for us to talk about, let us know. Leave us a DM, contact us on Instagram or TikTok, any of the above, and we'll go from there. All right.
Right.
All right. So how do we close out? We go
You go
peace.
peace.
Wait, that's funny. My alarm's going off.
I can't.
Okay, good. Peace, love,
Uh-huh.
and blessings. Yeah. All right, guys. All right,
You start
sister.
playing every time I turn around. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Every
Whenever I
time
read
I turn around, it's blessings or blessings.
after I do the Bible story and I do
Yeah.
affirmations and I do some declarations,
Mhm.
and when I get to the affirmation that says I am blessed, oh, I go, I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed, because it's a song. I'm blessed, I'm
Yeah.
blessed, I'm blessed, I'm
Mhm.
blessed.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the people that watch me, it's like this girl has a song for everything,
But
everything,
you know,
everything.
yeah, that is all right. That is
It
all
is,
right.
it is all right. All
Mhm.
right. All right, guys. So we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. And until next time, you can catch up with both of us on TikTok. And my sister will be giving history, little blobs and bibs of history on TikTok. We're speaking into existence in Jesus' name.
All right.
All right, guys. Peace and love. We love you.
Doodles.
And we're out. Ciao for now.
All right.